He's down at the bottom, isn't he? Gonna make me go all the way around this dang big old structure. Oh, he wasn't even at the bottom, he was halfway there. Of all the dirty, deceitful, downright dastardly deeds that slippery bastard's done, claiming to take the lads out for a drink, only to lead us straight to a bloody trap. Don't get no lower than that. Of course, I'd learned to stay a step ahead of old Severin, so I was ready. But the others weren't so lucky. You gotta help him out. Oh, don't tell me he's working for the damn slavers. He probably is. All right, let's push the haul ass button. See if we can't get over there just a touch faster. There's the big guy. Come on, let's get you up. My axe way of will has been a white flag for all the good it did. Hope you fare better, or the sorry bastards in there are done for. Oh no. Oh, that big old glow. We know what that means. It's time for a duty calls.
Severin might have got us into this mess, but I ain't about to let him give his life for us. I'd sooner bow to a fishback than be in that conniving bastard's debt. To arms!
Duty calls. Commence battle for just desserts. Whoa, who's the Kratos looking guy? Or, I say Kratos, but I really should probably say Braveheart. A true knave. You betray even yourself, Severin. Oh! That's not good.
We were prepared to overlook the matter of your desertion on the condition that you provided us with suitable replacements. That was the agreement.
Oh, I see. No, the big guy's still talking. Yet your latest change of heart leaves your debt to us unpaid. Few are they who betrayed the Serpent Reavers twice. You will not do so a third time. Cowering behind your protector will only delay the inevitable. Honorless wretch, your life is all you have left. And I have a big old axe I'm gonna use on you. And worthless though it be, we shall take it. Oh. Oh. Oh, it's the... Oh, mournful voice of creation, send unto me a creature of the abyss, my thrall to command, that I may smite mine enemies. Masked Mage? Oh, that's the organization looking guy from the intro. Oh shit. Oh, they have a golem. The big guy's like, yeah, I'm not playing around with this. Defeat the clay golem. All right, let's zoom out so I actually have a better view of this. Rumble, rumble. All right, dots on. That's the way to do this. Ah, those eggy assaults take up global cooldowns. Interesting. Well, so far, he's not all that bad. He's barely doing anything to me, and I'm doing plenty to him. You are strong, but are you strong enough to withstand this? Uh-oh. Yeah, well, I'm strong enough to know not to get hit by it. Nice try, dude. You're gonna have to do a lot better than that. Plane cracker. That would be a big old point blank AoE that I have no interest in taking. Honestly, this fight's really not that bad. It's simple basic awareness of how mechanics work. Just don't stand the AoE. I'm barely taking any damage from this guy. Impossible. Never has the golem been so sorely tested. You must be like at least level 5. And toast. Is that it? That was it? Really? That was way too easy. For a duty calls, it's like, oh, here's one enemy that the golem could be vanquished. That man is no ordinary adventurer. And he's gone. Of course he is. Oh, hey, Ishtola.
The snake slithered away. I am only glad he did not have the chance to sink his fangs more deeply into you.
Whoa. Nani? The hell? Flashback? Yeah, I think so. I think this is a flashback.
Those pirates do not belong to any known Lomitian faction. Whom do they serve? The Beast Tribes? Surely not. But the timing of their appearance coincides all too neatly with the recent surge in Sagahin and Kobold activity. Something is afoot. The question is what? Think. Think. Could it be that the tribes are planning to summon their primals? 12 help us if it should prove so. Limsa would be hard-pressed to keep a single primal at bay, let alone two. But all is yet speculation. I must needs find evidence.
Don't worry if you don't know what a primal is. I promise we'll get around to explaining it before too much longer.
The seas continue to rise, while the lesser moon continues to fall.
Ah, this is a flashback from before the Calamity. So, well, I've got this up here. That's Dalamud, and inside is Bahamut. And when he gets close enough, he pops open and blows up the world.
And ilm by ilm, the world becomes ever more unlike itself. It is as Louis Soir foretold. The coming of chaos has rendered the laws of nature mutable, blurring the boundary between the material and ethereal planes. Little now stands between us and the primals. But they are not here yet. Though time be against us, hope shall ever be on our side. Never did the creed of Charlian ring more true.
Oh, Shola's wearing her little toy.
Never did I dream that I would possess the means to see ether. Yet now that I do begin to take it for granted. How swiftly do the wonders of Charlian seem commonplace.
Ah, interesting. So that little device actually lets her see ether. Aww.
Here, for you. Have you come for the festivities? Today, the Maelstrom officially makes that great hole in the sea its training ground. Join in the celebrations.
Aw, that's sweet. Oh. Put on her little scope.
Wait, a disturbance in the etheric flow. But whence does it emanate? Seasong Grotto, perhaps?
That is a really, really cool little toy. So she did mention Louis Soir, and again, if you've seen the Answers cinematic, Louis Soir is the old guy with the staff who puts up the shield and tries to stand against Bahamut, but ultimately fails.
What have we here? Can you walk?
Oh. Severin? You son of a bitch! Hello?
'Tis I. Regrettably no, he eluded me. Understood. I will inform the Commodore.
You have a radio? How the hell do you have a radio?
You collapsed from your exertions. Are you suitably recovered? Severin here has apprised me of all that transpired. His account sheds some light upon how you came to be attacked by a golem of all things. A golem is a mindless automaton, inert save when commanded to be otherwise. Common pirates could not hope to control such a thing, so arcane are its workings. But then these tattooed wretches are no common pirates. They are the minions of the Sagahin. As to their purpose, well, I shall get to the bottom of it. But first, I must escort Severin back to his place of employment. I dare say Staleworm will be wondering what has become of him. I wonder if he'll be served up for tomorrow's dinner. And you too, for that matter. I will bear word to him of your preservation, but I am certain he would like to thank you in person. Pray pay the man a visit. I keep forgetting that most of the people here talk in kind of ye olde English. Ah, he told me of you, but perchance he did not tell you of me. My name is Ishtola. I am a naturalist of sorts, surveying the ether in the hope that it might offer up some clue as to our predicament. I say I owed you my life, but that don't cover it. If it weren't for you, my friends would be dead and all. 'Tis a debt I can never repay. But I'll not make things worse by running away. Take me to Summerford Farms, and I'll face the consequences. For reasons I cannot fathom, you seem... Forgive me. Mayhap we shall have a chance to speak again when I have marshaled my thoughts. Until our paths next cross, farewell. Stola. She's still one of my favorite characters in this series. And a fan favorite across the Final Fantasy XIV communities. And also, she's actually the 14 representative in Dissidia. Ah, there you are, Severin. Head hanging low and all. Oh, I knew you'd return. Ishtola delivered Severin a bit ago. Tales of your heroic deeds precede you, boy. The rest came shuffling back too. A lot of them sporting the same haunted expression. It's me who's to blame for that. That and the rest. I was once a serpent reaver. A thrall to the Sagahin? 7 hells. Reavers may look and sound and act like pirates, but they're not what the fishbacks flunkies. Us pirates ain't much for laws, but there's things we won't do. We've got a code, see? But the Reavers had never followed a word of it. A few years back, they started snatching law-abiding Laminsons. I'd only just taken my oath when our captain bent the knee to his new Sagahin masters. I knew I had to get away. So I crept off one night, got myself a new name, and found myself a new home, Summerford Farms. Trouble is, secrets don't stay secret for long around here, and word soon spread, all the way back to the sea. The penalty for desertion is death, but the Reavers offered me a way out instead, my freedom in exchange for my mates. The letter. I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't bloody thinking. Too busy soiling myself. But you got there in the end, didn't you? When the time came, you made the right decision. The men say little to me, but I hear them talk of how you stood up to the Reavers at the last, of how you tried to give your life to save theirs. Be that as it may, no deed, however good, can atone for the crime of betraying your brethren. I know that, I do. That's why I'm gonna hand myself over to the Yellow Jackets. Yeah, I'll bring shame to the farm no more. You'll hear no arguments from me. Each man must sail according to his own moral compass. I just hope yours guides you back here someday. There will always be a place for you at Summerford Farms, lad. And I'll always be in your debt, Staleworm. Oh, that's kind of sweet, actually. After all that, he's going to turn himself in. I owe you a debt too, Dekumon. Not once have you let me down. Thank you for saving the men of my farm. If I could ask one more favor of you, it would be this. Tell Baderon what's happened from start to finish. I'm certain he'd put in a good word for Severin if he knew the whole story. And he's one of the few people I know who the Yellow Jackets will listen to. Well, I reckon I've asked all I can possibly ask of you. Safe travels, son. Speak with Baderon at the Drowning Wrench. Well, for that, we have a return spell. Been a while since I've been back here. Hey, Baderon, what's up? Bloody hells. Life on the farm ain't quite how I pictured it. But you needn't worry yourself over young Severin. The Yellow Jacket has hands out the punishment is a good mate of mine. If I ask him nice, I reckon he'd be willing to commute the lad's sentence from hanging to keel hauling. Kindly gently, that is. Jeez, still gotta keel haul the poor guy. I'm only jesting with you. I'll see you treated fair. Now, it sounds to me like you've done everything old Stairway asked of you, and more. Justifying me generous finder's fee in the process. Much obliged, lad. As for reward, well, she's a lonely lady, this drowning wench of mine. How'd you fancy keeping her company for a spell? With free room and board. Well, hot dog. Venturing's a trying business after all. Them as don't rest their bones every now and again tend to end up with broken ones. And take it from me, fighting ain't nearly so much fun when you're nursing a shattered arm. Got that? Good. There'll always be a free bed for you, so make use of it. Inn rooms now available. Inn rooms are handy little spots. I'll explain what they are in a minute. Not that you have much time for lying around. What with all the leaves you'll be doing. Oh, didn't I mention? I'm putting your name down for leaves. Our guild draws all manner of clients, offering all manner of odd jobs. Honestly, you'd be amazed how much folk will pay to avoid doing an honest day's labor. Just give Tamorki a shout whenever you feel like making a few extra gil. She'll always have some tasks or other for you to do. Guild leaves now available. Okay, so I have two things I need to explain. Oh, and it's all above board, in case you're wondering. We're careful to stay on the Admiral's right side in here. Unlike some pirates I can mention. I tell you, if it turns out they had aught to do with them kidnappings, there'll be 7 hells to pay. A proper bleeding reckoning. Mayhap that's what Limsa needs though. On rough seas, sometimes you have to rock the boat to ride it. But we'll have time for such talk when you're well and rested. Till then, enjoy the wench's hospitality. Well, thank you. Now, I don't really need a helmet, so I'll take the elegant bronze pieces because those are gold. You now have access to recommendations. This feature displays a list of quests or duties currently available in your area. Recommendations list can be opened under the duty in the main menu and be displayed automatically when you log in. Huh. I forgot they added that. And Bataron's got our next story quest. So I should do a quick double explanation of what these things are. So leaves over here, Tamorki here, leaves of Swift Perch. Not really interested in doing this at the moment, which is fine. But leaves are kind of, they're repeatable mini quests. They don't have a huge amount of story. They're usually go here, do this, come back, and get rewards. And rewards are XP, gil, company seals once we're a little further along. Now for a battle class like what I'm on right now, leaves are not the best way to get experience. But if you happen to be working on, say, a crafter or a gatherer class, leaves are your best friend for leveling up. They really, really are. Now, as for the inn, as soon as I find the son of a bitch, where are you? Where'd you go? There's our innkeeper. Greeting, lad. What can I do for you this fine morning? Let's see what the inn has got for me. Inns have a bunch of few fun things you can do. Inns have their own orchestra. This basically will let you to listen to music scrolls that you've picked up. You can summon the aesthetician, which is basically a way to change your hairstyle. This is for summoning retainers, which we'll get to later. Oops. Yeah, I know what these are for. The toy chest will let you replay any mini games you found. A bed used to be, this actually used to be the only way to get rested XP was to log out in an inn room, but they've changed that since, so as long as you log out in a settlement and have this little moon symbol next to your XP bar, it'll be right here, you're gonna get rested XP. The Unending Journey lets you rewatch any old cutscenes you've seen before and quests you've done. The Armory lets you store certain items. As you can see, I have a lot of these that I could potentially store. Most of these being the promotional items I've been picking up. Might as well store all these while I'm thinking about it. Much better. Amazing how much room you can, how much junk you pick up sometimes. And lastly, the glamour dresser here. You have not unlocked the glamour dresser. The glamour dresser is a way to make outfits for glamour purposes, obviously. However, I am not high enough level to use it, nor have I done the quest to unlock glamour, which is quite a bit down the ways, actually. All right, Sky High. Baderon has a suggestion to put you on the road towards new adventures. How do you fare, Dekumon? Rested and ready to expand your horizons? Well then, I have an idea where you might try heading next. Have you heard of the Skylift out in Middle Enosia? You ever visited Woad Whisper Canyon? Then you must have been up and down the thing at least once. It's that big bleeding scaffolding attached to the descent. You've likely seen the lads and lasses out there using it to haul cargo up the cliff face. And labor that... Hard labor that, and I hear you could use an enterprising soul to pick up the odd jobs what no other bugger has time to deal with. Track down the head of the operation, a bloke by the name of Wordkith, and he'll be sure to put you to work on a task or two. Well, while that is good to know, I'm actually going to grab my level 10 Arcanist quest. Since I'm here in town, I might as well. Somebody's hard at work at blacksmithing. Somebody here's a little higher level than I am. They're already a full-fledged summoner. That's how they have that fancy-looking pet there. Thurbagame, it's been a while, you crazy old so-and-so. And by crazy, I mean crazy like a fox. Acting Guildmaster Thurbagame wishes to assess the improvement of your Arcanima skills. Yes, Dekumon, the time for your next lesson is upon us. You are keeping well, I trust. Taking the occasional brisk walk. One cannot form sound thoughts if one fails to maintain a sound body. Now, assuming you have been following Kylia's instructions, you should be ready to face the more dangerous threats found in Western La Notia. I speak of roselings and wild jackals. And yes, I would have you vanquish 3 of each. 'Tis the perfect sample size. The first acts as a preliminary test case, the second to test your hypothesis, the third to perfect the tactics you've devised. Speaking of which, I trust your strategy will consist of more than simply flinging ruin over and over again. Well, how did you know? That's my best strategy! You are not the novice you once were, and your skills in the field ought reflect that. If you find yourself wanting for other approaches, consider the efficacious combination of ruin and bio. When timed appropriately, you can deal a crippling blow to your opponent. Roselings and jackals, and they're in Western La Notia, huh? There we go. That's what I needed. That helps. That's a good chunk of XP too. There's the turn-in down there for our main story quest, which it looks like I'm gonna get done first, because in order to even get to the area I need to be in for the other monster, Western La Notia, I kind of had to walk by here anyway. I figured might as well do this one first. Not real much of a point otherwise. Hey, big guy. Baderon sent you out here, did he? Then consider yourself welcome at the Skylift. Look at that bloody cliff, will you? One blast of fiery hell from that huge dragon was all it took to split the ground in half. More lovely destruction courtesy of Bahamut. Cargo still needs to get through, though. So this mess of wood and pulleys was our solution to the problem. Well, one of them at least. The gods were kind, and they ain't. I'd have about a dozen more workers to handle me growing list of headaches. Well, consider me a dozen more workers. That's kind of what it basically is going to boil down to. Yep. Courier for a day. Work it, a Skylift operator. Needs an adventurer to deliver some forgotten packages. Great gobs of gobby spit. There's still a couple of parcels left in the balloon. And wouldn't you know, the bloody courier's already left. Here now, lad. You seem to have your hands free. And wouldn't you know? Oh, shoot, sorry. Do a poor sod a favor and deliver these packages to the personages which are writ on the cards there. You can read, can't you? This one's for Singatha of the foremast, and the other's for Jessamine of the Deville over at the Danil checkpoint. Well, thankfully, these both seem to be in the direction I'm going. Well, more or less. Oh, hello, big freaking crabs. and evil, God, no. Oh, no. I'm not a big fan of the giant bees. So we're definitely staying away from those. Singathov, yeah, you're the person I'm looking for. Are you come from the Skylift? You didn't happen to overhear any talk of undelivered packages, did you? Why, I might have. Why, this is the very parcel I was expecting. Marvelous. The smell. Ah, that would be from the lavender pouches I ordered from the Red Rooster stead. The soldiers here at the foremast train until exhaustion, you see, often leaving them scant time to sluice away the day's sweat. The lavender fragrance helps cover their bodily aromas. Yeah, I can imagine big guys like you probably smell something fierce after a hard day's work. And there's the roselings I need. Of course, there's a damn fade over here, and I'm way too low level to really do anything proper with this, so we'll ignore it. Hey, Jessamine, you are standard human, or a hume, as they're called in this. You've come with a delivery from the Skylift? Please tell me it's the book my brother sent from the Lithagring checkpoint. I have no idea, it's just a package. Huzzah! Now I can spend my off-duty hours reading instead of losing my wages throwing knuckles with the captain. The gods know there is precious little else that passes for amusement around here. Report to workers at the Skylift. However, since I've gotten all the things I need to kill for tactical planning, I'm gonna do that first. Okay, Thumbergame, I'm back and I killed your jackals and your plants. Seriously, why are plants trying to kill me? Welcome back, Dekumon. How did it feel to conquer such ferocious foes? Let us ride that wave of triumph onto an even more demanding and dangerous challenge. Your next training exercise will have you accompanying Foreseer Kylia on one of her inspections. This experience will afford you the opportunity to witness firsthand the practical application of Arcanima. Pray do not tarry, Dekumon. Kylia awaits you on the floor below with further details. On the floor below? On the floor below? Oh, I see. Literally on the floor below. At least I'm hoping that's where this is going and I'm not completely off my bonkers here. Nope. I see carbuncle training going on. And there's Kylia. There you are. A timely experience. I'm sorry. A timely appearance, as I expected. Shall we proceed directly to the job at hand? I have been tasked with examining the wares of a goblin peddler caravan run by the Bullistocks family. Our agents suspect these beastmen merchants of dealing in forbidden goods. As such, I have calculated that announcing an inspection has a 60% chance of inviting physical violence. I have prepared a strategy to respond to this possible shift into hostilities, but there's an important precondition you should be made aware of before we discuss the finer points of my plan. Though I am considered gifted in the formation of tactics, I lack the reflexes and coordination necessary to employ many of those self-same strategies on the field of battle. Pray keep this factor in mind and adjust your perceptions accordingly. All brain and no grunt. I kinda should have expected that. Now, should the goblins offer battle, you are to execute combat pattern 1345, otherwise known as stratagem focus fire. You and your Emerald Carbuncle will concentrate your attacks on a single foe, and one by one, the enemy will wither under the combined onslaught. Probability of victory, 95%. Reports place the peddlers in the vicinity of the cookpot in Middle Anosha. I will depart immediately to assess the situation. Seek me out once you arrive. Well, that's handy. That's actually kind of the area I needed to head to anyway.